Hey guys, today I want to continue on and show you more election rituals between Trump and Biden. In my last video, I showed you the Biden-Harris and how it was connected to the eclipses and how Biden represented the two eclipses that form an X, and how Kamala Harris, was represented by Venus in that ritual. And I'm going to go back here and I'm going to recommend Dar O'Brien's video that he did back on October 1st. He did a brilliant video about Donald Trump and a possible second term. And he talks about the 288. And I showed you guys the 288 and how that's connected to the golden ratio in the Biden-Harris video. But this is an excellent video. And Dar shows the Donald Trump book, The Art of the Deal. And I think that's a very significant part of this whole election ritual. So credit goes to Dar for finding that Art of the Deal connection, very significant to Donald Trump and this Trump-Biden election. Now I'm going to be talking about the 7 archons. I'm only going to be talking about one, Yaldabaoth or Saturn. I briefly mentioned the archons before, and I've never really kind of explained the information I put together on them, but I'll get to that. But I'm just going to be showing you how the election, the Trump-Biden election, is connected to Saturn or Yaldabaoth, the chief archon. In Hebrew, Yaldabaoth would be Yaldabaoth, which means child of chaos. And that's going to be the theme of this whole Trump-Biden election. I'm going to show you a chaos theme throughout this video here. But Saturn or Yaldabaoth is the outermost planet who created the 6 others. He's the chief ruler and demiurge. And Yaldabaoth is also called the lion-faced. And I'll show you how the lion is connected to Donald Trump in his election campaign. Of course, this is the double-headed eagle of Freemasonry. And of course, we have the motto Ordo ab Chao, order from chaos. The theme here. This is the Great Seal of the United States. Annuit coeptus means favors our undertaking. Novus Ordo Seclorum means new order of the ages. And as I showed you before in my past video here about Hudson Bay, the age that we're going to enter is the age of Aquarius. So the new order of the age of Aquarius. The Great Seal features the pyramid, and the Great Pyramid, which they're referencing here, the Great Pyramid with its capstone placed is 146.7 meters, and the Great Pyramid without the capstone is listed as 138.8 meters high. Here's the Great Pyramid of Giza. I've showed you this before, but there's our 146.7, our 138.8. Those are numbers that are both part of this election ritual and part of many rituals. The dimensions of the Great Pyramid, with and without the capstone. So I'm going to show you this upcoming date here in the next couple slides, November 14th, 2020. That day is 11/1/2020 on the Julian calendar. There's a 13-day difference between the Gregorian and Julian calendar. But if you look at the publishing date of the book, The Art of the Deal, that was November 1st, 1987. And if we go to November 14th, 2020, it's 33 years and 13 days. A number I've covered many times in this channel that connects to Revelation and the Wormwood Star, the Great Earthquake, and then Revelation 9/11. But 33 years, 13 days from the release or the publishing date of Art of the Deal to November 14th, coming up this weekend. And then if we go to the last election on November 8th, 2016 to Saturday, November 14th, 2020, it's 1,467 days. That's a reference to our Great Pyramid with the capstone, 146.7 meters. So we just had our 33rd anniversary of the Trump Art of the Deal. But the 14th will be 33 years, 13 days. Now Trump knows all about this code, the 3313, the connection between Revelation 6:12, the Great Earthquake, 8:11, the Wormwood Star, and 9:11, Abaddon, the 33 and 13 verses that separate on each side of Revelation 8:11. So if we look at the published date of Art of the Deal, published on November 1st, 1987, that book was followed by Surviving at the Top. And that's what Trump is trying to do in this election. He's trying to survive at the top as president. But the next book, August 14th, 1990, as a published date. And we have 33 months and 13 days between the publishing dates of these two books. And then if we go to the date I have here, Wednesday, December 11th, 2019, that was the last day that there was a Saturn and Venus conjunction. And if we go from the last day of the Saturn-Venus conjunction, I'll show you here real quick on this table, Venus-Saturn conjunction, December 11th, 2019. But the last Saturn and Venus conjunction to the election date on November 3rd was 46 weeks and 6 days. The 466th prime is 3313. Once again. And as I showed you before, Saturn and Venus are very important in this riddle or this puzzle of Revelation. Saturn is the 6-pointed star, and Venus is the 5-pointed star. Venus forms the pentagram of Venus, the 6 and the 5. The 65th prime is 313. I've covered that number many times, significant number. 313, a palindrome. But there's your 3313. Trump knows all about the wormwood coating and the Revelation coating that surrounds the Wormwood Star. So this is a date I've showed in a past video, 11/16/2018. And this is the day that the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency was established. The Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, established on November 16th, 2018. One of the things they do is election security, cyber warfare, ransomware, stuff like that. But you can see here, one of the things they do is election security. So they were established on November 16, 2018. And this is a screenshot from the video I did on March 1st, 2019, showing you this date of 11/16/2018. This was Donald Trump's 666th day as president. 11/16/2018, and it connects to the Trump Tower in Chicago. The top floor of the Trump Tower in Chicago is 1,116 feet. The roof height listed for the Trump Tower is 1,171 feet. And remember, back in my video here, I showed you the 1171 and as being the lunation number for the first eclipse that forms the X. I'll leave a link to that so you can go watch that video again if you haven't seen it. And then the spire point on the Chicago Trump Tower is 1,388 feet, referencing our pyramid without the capstone. And from the beginning of construction to the spire ceremony, it was 1,388 days, another pyramid reference. But the Trump Tower in Chicago, all about the pyramid and the Venus. And the significant thing about this date was Venus came out of retrograde. It reversed its movement in the sky and started going back in the normal direction. A common but significant event that seems to be part of these rituals. And remember, lunation 1171 was the Great American Eclipse, and that eclipse made landfall in Lincoln City, Oregon, and Trump Tower in Chicago. I've shown you this several times, but it's 1,776 kilometers from Lincoln County, New Mexico, to the Trump Tower in Chicago. And Lincoln County, New Mexico was the Roswell crash. But just showing how significant this date is, 11/16/2018, the date that the CISA was established. So now I'm going to show you 11/17/2020, just coming up here. That's going to be 13.0.8.0.8 on the Mayan calendar. And it's also the 322nd day of 2020. And on the CISA website, they list their first emergency order given on 1/22/2019. And if we go from that date to this 11/17 date, it's a total span of 666 days to the 322nd day of the year. All that information is from that website. I can leave links to everything in the description. So let's look at this Art of the Deal published date again. November 1st, 1987. And the CISA Wikipedia page, kind of an odd stat to publish, but 3,374 employees. And if we add 33 years and 74 days to the published date of Art of the Deal, that gets us to Thursday, January 14th, 2021. And that Thursday, January 14th, 2021 is exactly 895 months after Donald Trump's birth on June 14th, 1946. And this is a copy of a screenshot here of the voter fraud hotline posted by Team Trump on November 7th. And it shows a phone number here. The prefix is 895. And if we look at the difference between the prefix and the next four numbers here, that difference is 3,257, which is the 460th prime. 3257, 460th prime. And we're contesting the 46th presidency between Biden and Trump. Very interesting coincidence that connects again with the CISA and Donald Trump and his phone number for voter fraud. So the theme here was chaos, election chaos. So if Trump were to win the election, of course that would have caused a lot of chaos with all the people that have been programmed for how bad Donald Trump is and whatever. But if we have Donald Trump re-elected, of course that would have caused chaos. But if they're going for even more chaos, or what I would call maximum chaos on steroids, they would give Biden the election and then take it away. That would really cause a lot of chaos with the Biden supporters. But that's precisely what I think they're going to go for with this whole ritual here. So I showed you this before. Golden ratio 1.618. 16 times 18 is 288. And on 8/28/2019, which can be expressed as 288, that's when Donald Trump came out with his lion logo for his re-election campaign. And if we go from the day he released his lion logo for his re-election campaign, August 28th, 2019, to Inauguration Day on January 20th, 2021, it's 511 days. Saturn is 511 in the Jewish cipher, or the Latin cipher. Saturn 511. Saturn, Yaldabaoth, also known as the lion-faced. Golden ratio reference, and remember Saturn in a past age was the ruler of the golden age. So we have our 288 for our mathematical connection to the golden ratio. Now I want to show you something here with Venus. This was the day that Donald Trump put out that tweet with his lion logo for the re-election campaign. This view here I have is the heliocentric view, or the sun-centered view. And we're looking at Venus here. Venus and Mars were both in the constellation Leo the Lion on 8/28. But if we advance here to the election day and keep our eye on Venus, right on election day, November 3rd, 2020, that's the day that Venus re-entered the constellation Leo. Very interesting that was happened right on election day. And that connects back to our Biden-Harris ritual with Venus and the eclipses. One more slide here. This is the English ordinal gematria value of prepare, participate, and patience. That sums to 270 in the ordinal cipher, and that's how many electoral votes you need to win the presidency. And if we go back to this CISA website here, and you look in the background of the video from the director, you can see they have prepare, participate, and patience written in the background. Very interesting. That happens to just sum to 270, the electoral votes required to be president. And you can take a look at this. This is the comment I left on Dar's video about the 1388 and just some other random information about 9/11 and the upcoming date of 11/14. But you can take a look at that if you want. But I think there's a massive chaos ritual with this election coming up. I think it's far from over as far as Biden and Harris becoming the president. We'll see. The ritual certainly exists. Connections are all here. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next couple months up to the inauguration. But Trump definitely knows his revelation coding. That's for certain. Okay, guys, that's it. Just wanted to show you all those election rituals. And be sure to go check out Dar's video. And thanks for watching.